Assiniboia Downs is pleased to present our co-featured event here in race number 1. It's the 41st running of the Phil Kivas. They're going to go 1 mile for a purse of $25,000. Number 1 is CC Ride, owned by Gerald Babchishin, trained by Tanya Lindsay, with Adolfo Morales. Number 2 is Foxy Champ, owned by Dave and Champion and Daryl Lawson, trained by Daryl Lawson with Siobhan Bell. Number 3 is Langara, owned by Barry Arneson and True North Thoroughbreds, trained by Don Schnell with Antonio Whitehall. And rounding out our field is number 4, Zdeno, owned by Al Daly, Cam Ziprick, and Barry Arneson, trained by Tanya Lindsay with Christopher Husbands. Following the running of the Phil Kivas, Ellie Kivas, they're at the post. And they're off in the Phil Kivas. Quickly from the inside, Langara. Straight out to the early lead. To his outside, Zdeno will be putting on the early pressure. Settled back in third, CC Ride. It's content to be where he is. And then back to the trailer, Foxy Champ, who's about a dozen off the early lead. They went the opening quarter in 23-3. Langara has the lead by 2. Zdeno hot on his heels in second. CC Ride starting to move up in third, is only 5 lengths out of it. And Foxy Champ now is back by about 16. They hit the half mile in 48 seconds. Langara still running easy with the lead. To his outside, Zdeno starting to put on a little bit of pressure. CC Ride showing some good grit on the outside, making the 3-wide move. The last call for Foxy Champ. Langara now with Zdeno. To his outside, 3/4 in 1:13. These two hit the top of the lane, heads apart. CC Ride in third. Langara digging in on the inside. Zdeno not giving up, but Langara fighting back, and he looks strong. Langara is gonna take the Phil Kivas. Second goes to Zdeno. Third to CC Ride, and fourth to Foxy Champ. The official winner of the 41st running of the Phil Kivas, that's number 3, Langara. Langara is a dark bay or brown gelding, 3 years old, by Langfear, out of the mare Midnight Shadow by Trajectory. Owned by Barry Arneson and True North Thoroughbreds, trained by Don Schnell, and ridden to victory by Antonio Whitehall. Time for the mile, 1:38-4. Assiniboia Downs is pleased to have on hand Ellie Kivas, who's making a presentation to the winning connections. Race 1 is official. In the upcoming second race, the Gordon Food Service Race. Scratch number 5, Walfari. That's in this the second race. Scratch number 5, Walfari. Post time for race number 2, the Gordon Food Service Race. They'll go to post in 19 minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, directing your attention back down to the winner's enclosure, ASD Paddock host Rob McLennan has the winning connections of the Phil Kivas. Rob, take it away.
Thanks, Kurt. We're down here with the winning connections of the Phil Kivas Stakes. Langara for Antonio Whitehall, the Don Schnell team, Barry Arneson and True North. Antonio, an interesting kind of race. I know you've ridden Zdeno before. You had more speed here with Langara. I know the plan was to go right to the front. What did you kind of think going down the backside?
Well, when I was going down the backside, I was pretty confident on him because I really like this gelding, 4-year-old gelding. He's a classy horse. I know he's better than the other one, but he stuck to the plan and got it done.
He really did run a really good race for a 3-year-old here to take the lead and draw off to win by a couple of lengths in the end. When you kind of got the challenge at the quarter pole, did you feel you had kind of more underneath you as well?
Yeah, I did. I had so much horse under me. When I asked him to go, he just back to the ears, take off, finish the race.
Congratulations, Antonio. Anything else to add here?
I'd like to thank the winning connection, Don Chanel, Barry Arneson, and the True North connection. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Antonio. We're going to move on to Don here, the trainer. Kind of an interesting colt here who seems to be well developing. Talk about kind of his experience going from this year where he went down to Phoenix and now he's turned into what, after a really dominant 2-year-old season last year, talk about how he's kind of developed into now probably the best older Manitoba bred here too.
Well, he's growing up. He's a big, strong colt now, and we were a little concerned running him against old horses, but he proved himself today.
Yeah, it really was a very proving performance, to be probably one of the better words to use it. What was your kind of thoughts? I'm sure Antonio was told the front end is really this horse's best asset as well.
Yeah, he'll go either way, though. He will come from off it, but he broke so sharp. Antonio rode him well. He took him right to the lead, and then Zdeno put some pressure on him, and then when I seen his ears go up and he's looking ahead, I knew he had lots of horse left, and I knew he had it won.
Yeah, he really did finish well to put away the rest of the field. It's kind of nice, though, with a 3-year-old like this. You got the Sifton here at the end of the meet, too, to look forward to. I would assume that's the next stop.
Yeah, I think that's our plan, is to go into the Sifton next, and then after that we don't know whether we'll turn him out or what we're going to do. We haven't decided yet, but it's nice to have a horse like this, and I'd like to thank Barry Arneson and True North for giving me an opportunity to train a good horse like this.
Congratulations, Don. We'll move on to Barry here to quickly talk about Langara here. I speak on behalf of the partnership. So what do you kind of think here, Langara, today? I know you have a little piece of Zdeno, but Langara, a horse that really has been very well developing after his good wins last year as well, though.
I was a little worried because we hooked a tough field last time, and he showed so much courage. The partnership, just fortunate to get in a little bit late with them. They wanted to go in here. I was looking more for 3-year-olds that don't like running against older horses, but thank heavens they did. He ran huge, and it's kind of, you see fading kind of Zdeno and Langaro coming to take his place. It's kind of nice. A beautiful horse.
Really a very nice horse, and it is worth noting this horse was supplemented for the race for the 10%. A gutsy bet, but one that really seems to have paid off. Kind of what was your thought process on that? You knew it was going to be a small field, I guess.
Bookkeeping has never been our strength. The CTHS has benefited a number of times through our error things, but it was well worth the supplement. We knew he'd run big. Didn't know how he'd handle Zdeno, but the guys talked us into it, and it's a great bunch of guys to be partners with. True North picked the horse, and I got involved in there. They've been a lot of fun, and it's nice to have people like that in the industry.
Congratulations, Barry. A tremendous win here for Langara. Really the new star on the stage here in the Manitoba Bred program. Langara, congratulations to all. Don Schnell, Barry Arneson and True North, Antonio Whitehall, the winners of the Phil Kivas Stakes.